time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, Dave?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Jam him. Mess up the timing. Their chemistry and timing with this elite QB and elite receiver is really good. Jesse, I got to mess it up somehow.
And you just have to take calculated risks, right? Every defensive coordinator wants to be aggressive, and you want to press him and play press man, but you can only do it a handful of times because you know in this game, when the quarterback sees that isolated matchup, there is no question he's going to take a shot deep down the field to that guy.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch. The defense selling out to stop it on third and super short. They don't bring him down, Jesse. Next thing you know, he's in the second level.
You're absolutely right. Third and inches like that, if you just get a little crease offensively, it can be a big play. In the back that time, hit the hole and show off his speed.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Smith wants to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Seminoles are rolling down the field. They go to the ground. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up.
And the defense, got him at the 27.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Dropped the football and they'll turn it over on downs. So Iowa State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And the Cyclones send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
Listen, my job is to poke and prod and find where you're weak. I like it. Get the ball in the perimeter. How are the ends playing the run support? Can I get...
Oh, he's got some space. they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with Warrick Dunn, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Smith dropping to pass. It's on target and complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. To the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Oh, he got loose. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Powers through, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. On the option. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. The Cyclones come to the line in the hurry-up.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Short, they keep it on the ground here. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. And the Cyclones will send out the punt unit. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. The Cyclones will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. There he goes! And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It'll be a 3rd and long. Smith wants to throw. Makes the grab. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hampton. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They want to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
And the Seminoles are marching down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. Release to the back. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and all slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Toss to the outside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Cyclones want to move quickly.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the 1st down. The Cyclones will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
And how about that 3rd down? They go 5 wide. They've spread the defense out. And at quarterback there, you're just trying to find your best one-on-one matchup. You're making a quick throw, and you're picking up the first to keep the drive going.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Smith dropping to pass. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. It's complete on the right side. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're working that left side. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Noles!
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all.
14, Iowa State, 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it.
Turning it on! They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. On the option. He'll pull it on the read. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Cyclones will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. Wants to bring it back. Slips through the line. Touchdown Seminoles! Special teams proving to be special. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll give it to the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like the magic from Hilton Coliseum has rubbed off on both teams there so far in Ames. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Jack Trice Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. They'll open the second half on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Cyclones will hustle to the line.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Fires to the right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Cyclones will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the returner will be brought down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Wide receiver comes in motion. Smith wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Scott. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Toss sweep right. Breaks into the open. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying.
Touchdown, Florida State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finding an escape route. Gets it past the marker. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Cyclones, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. He wants to go deep. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Grabbed behind the line. It's Roberts. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Handoff to the fullback. Tried to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Into
the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cyclones! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Florida State 28, Iowa State 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that. Time to take a shot. He's got it down the left side. Oh, he's getting ahead of stick. Touchdown, Noles! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Florida State
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Reads it, fires complete. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Cyclones are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after taking a big loss on that run, you just wonder if you're on offense, if you may abandon that part of your game and just start trying to throw it. You're down by a lot here in the second half. Third quarter, you've got lots of time, but you need to throw the football to get back in this thing.
Bring in the heat. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So we open the final period with a third down play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
They got a little bit, but they didn't get the first down, and you're obviously trying to get the first down, but you try to slip in those screens occasionally on 3rd down. I like when you slip them in there to try to make a big play, catch the defense maybe being a little aggressive.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Brings it in down the left side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Gets it out quickly. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. Iowa State sending the offense back out. The Cyclones are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. On the move. And some room to work. There he goes.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Using his feet. Running into the open space. Oh, it's out. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. Flying out to the left. At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Cyclones. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch him, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on 1st down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Oh, he's got a chance. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Now on 1st down from the 43. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. And he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it from the gun. Finds a little space. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Seminoles. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Looking downfield, it's Quinn. Trying to set up the screen. Getting behind those pads and behind the stiff arm to get it out to the 27. And the Cyclones want to crank the tempo.
Well, and here's the thing by so much so late in the game. The defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw again. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On third here. Got him downfield. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after it. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to fire. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You can tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game tonight.
And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep
turning it on. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
All kinds of time to survey the field, and he'll let it go to the left.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Here's a heat. Gets rid of it. Zings it complete to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Quinn. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Cyclones are in the hurry-up. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now facing a third and long. The play action fake. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Looking to throw on first down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. After this, it'll be a wrap. Second down, he'll throw it. He unleashes a long one. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.